official. Men are better at parking than women. And believe it or not, I know it pains me to even utter those words. Believe it or not, this was a study that was conducted by not a man, but a woman. She chose to do this. She's a scientist called Claudia Wolf, the traitor. And she discovered this fact by asking 65 volunteers to park a £23,000 Audi repeatedly in a sealed-off university car park. Commenting on this, feminist author Germaine Greer has said, you must remember also that women have bosoms, which makes it very difficult to turn around.
Excuse me.
Paper-thin argument, isn't it?
What? No, she's supposed to be the great icon of the women's movement. Give us a break.
I'd like to stage my own experiment with 20 washing machines in a car park with a group of men and see how they get on.
Well, she wants to try... Yeah, or park in a car with 3 children in the back seat. That's always
So what do you think these findings are right? Are men better at parking?
As usual, studies, rubbish. You know what they're like? Surveys, studies, rubbish. I have to blow my own trumpet here and say I'm a fantastic parker. But it's to do with the parallel parking, and for instance, it's to do with practice as well, isn't it? You know, I mean, if you don't do it very often, and men do it probably more. But the point is, men, like Americans who don't do parallel parking, they can't park. There's so many men I've met. And
why don't they parallel park in America?
Because they drive into a big space. You know, they've got so much space, they just go, oh. Whereas if you learn to park in the centre of London, right, or you know, a big city, you learn to park properly, don't you? And you nip in and you nip out. And I don't think it matters whether you're male or female. If you've been taught to park properly, you will park properly. Standing in a car park with 65 people, that's not a survey, is it?
No, I think that it's something that you just can't learn. You can either do it or you can't. And I agree with that survey. I think every time, like, you get stuck behind a car and there's someone trying to get in in the most ridiculously useless way, it's always a woman. I'm sorry.
No,
but it is.
It isn't.
Yes, it is.
That's a lie, Carol.
It is. Now, look, me and you and I, we can both park, so we're the exceptions to the rule, and I can actually park my car in a space which will leave 1 inch that side and 1 inch that side, so I'm brilliant at it. But I'm not, when it comes to driving, I'm like a bloke. I drive like a bloke. But most women can't. It's like, women can't read maps either. They turn them upside down and, you know, women can't do certain things. That's OK.
Hang on a minute. I'm brilliant at parking as well. Living in London, you have to be. It's do or die. It sorts the men from the boys, so to speak. And so I'm not having this, you saying that women are rubbish parkers.
No, come on. You know it's true. You know it's true. Don't just say that just because you're a woman. Jane.
It's me. I am absolutely shocking. And I just can't... You see, to me, that is 6 inches. I can't seem to gauge... No, I've been out with some great fellas, but I mean, no, I just can't seem to get the swing right, and you know, it's...
That's what it is, and I bet you've tried loads
really
of times.
tried, and I'm that woman that you're behind in the centre of London, and I'm thinking,
and I'm like, beep, beep.
Exactly. And, you know, I've often seen a lot of men trying to watch me park.
Yeah.
And in the end, I've just got out and said, I know I'm going to be a real ditz here, but could you park the car? And they've said,
get out your car and get a bloke to...
I'd rather drive 60 miles out of town than ask a man to park my car.
Oh, really? Yes. I don't mind, you see, and they're always very obliging.
Yeah.
They're always very obliging. So come here, love.
Yeah, but what about the parking?
Hey!
Do you know what? I've actually had congratulations on my parking from men, and I would rate that above a wolf whistle.
Oh, hang on.
For making you feel good. When a man says, nice bit of parking, you go, oh, thanks very much.
I can beat that.
Yeah, go on.
I actually pulled once while I was parking.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not joking. I had a little Mini and I parked it, and it was to within an inch of its little life. And this bloke was in a roller, and he stopped by the side of my car. He got out and he went, nice bit of parking. Do you fancy going for a drink?
Did you?
No. No, I didn't. He was too old.
Do you sometimes find, you know, I mean, we're talking in cliches now, men are better drivers, blah, blah, blah. What about men in fast, smart cars? Do you think it's true what they say that they're compensating for, you know?
Yes.
No, you can't generalise like that.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Well, I am.
No, I think, you know, I tend to find that older men tend to have flasher cars because they can afford them a bit more. They've been working a lot longer. So I tend to find... You can't generalise. I don't
Look
think...
at Noddy.
Yeah.
It is. It's a show-off thing. It is.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't buy that either.
Especially in London. I mean, what's the point in owning a car that goes 180 miles an hour in London when you can't do more than 3 miles an hour? What's the point? Unless you want to just sit at the traffic lights and show off. What's the point?
We'll move to Yorkshire
Whatever
then.
makes you feel good, Carol.
Yeah.
That's what I say. OK, it's competition time again. And